My name is Abir Thakurta. I am the VP of Supply Chain at Havertys. Havertys is a retailing institution, down in the South. We are in 16 states. We have about 122 stores. We are 130 years old, and we've been catering to the high-end furniture market, the home furnishing business. Havertys as a brand is very well known, there is an expectation of customer service and quality that people expect in the states that we serve. In our business, it's no longer about an impulse buy, so our consumers spend a lot of time researching what exactly they want to do and how they want to furnish their home. So ultimately for us, it's all about quality and quality in everything we do. So if you think about supply chain strategies for furniture, typically they've been all about lean manufacturing. They've been about planning and trying to get as much inventory as available. In the furniture business, you make to stock, but then there's a high percentage where you are actually making to order. And the more you make to order, the more you make custom choices for your consumers, the better served you are. So when we think about supply chain, we were looking at being a very lean organization, and it was all about cost savings. And now our supply chain philosophy has changed from being just cost savings to how can we service the consumer? How can we get the right product at the right time, at the right location, for the right price so that we can serve our consumer? And so we have adopted a more agile supply chain methodology. And the idea being that you can only plan so much, but you also want to execute. So what we're doing is we've embarked on a strategic initiative to look at supply chain and how we can morph our supply chain, to meet the needs of our changing demographics. We're calling it Supply Chain 2020, and as a part of Supply Chain 2020, there are three key things we're doing. One is, we want to be agile, and there are a number of initiatives under the agile work stream. We also want to be digital and data driven, and then the last thing, we want to get as consumer-centric as we can. One of the things that we have embarked on, like many supply chain organizations, is to look at new technologies that were not available even a couple of years back, technologies that have and platforms that have matured, platforms that are more cloud-based, platforms that can actually help us build a collaborative network of all our partners. Because at the end of the day, these partners are critical to making our supply chain agile. And these partners have been with us, these vendors, these service providers have been with us for a long time. We've been doing this for about 130 years. So we have a very strong network, and we want to take this network and do something what we want on platforms that can help us get more collaborative. And so we've embarked on some really lofty initiatives around that. We wanted to start achieving results immediately, as opposed to embark on a 2-year mission and then hope to get those results. So we've been starting to we wanted incremental results. So the first phase that we embarked on was to make sure that we were bringing together all these partners to get orders and do invoices, do the basics of collaboration right. Then we wanted to expand. And the other thing we're looking at in subsequent phases is how can we take all of this information that's available in our supply chain and make it available to all our decision makers. It's very important for us to be able to guarantee the availability of a product, and having the right technology in supply chain actually enables that. We do not have the luxury to be anecdotal in our supply chains. The challenge with being data-driven is you need the data. And you need that data in the right context so you can make those appropriate business decisions. It's an aspirational goal, because the data, not only resides within your four walls, but now it also resides across your four walls, across the enterprise. And it's pretty challenging to bring all of that information, together and present it in the right context to be able to satisfy the business needs and be able to answer the questions that the business asks. One of the things we're doing as a part of our consumer experience is a help desk. Stores can call into our supply chain help desk to find out what's going on with our products. Now today we do that through numerous ways. We want to achieve that through a single standardized way where we can see the single version of truth. But eventually we want to extend that to our stores. We want to be able to have the stores not require a help desk, but have that information available so they can pull it up and be able to advise their consumers as to how and where their shipments are and when they would be able to get those home deliveries set. It's not just about getting product A from point A to point B. It's a lot more. And one of the best things that happened to us in supply chain was the rise of Amazon. As much as we all feel scared or we feel threatened by Amazon, we feel that in supply chain it's been the best thing, because people have realized the power of the supply chain. People have realized the power of technology and how supply chain and technology can come together to create a competitive advantage. Supply chain is an integral part of the overall business strategy. We have a seat at the table. We are involved in decision making, and at the end of the day, we're also about, we may be in operations, but we're also about customer service, and we're all about that customer service.